I am here at Lake Powell, and I'm going to be going on a houseboat for the next handful of days. But tonight, I'm going to be staying at the Lake Powell Resort, and I'm going to show you the amenities, the restaurants that are available, just things that you can do here to relax at Lake Powell. And I'm excited to stay here at this resort and looking forward to it. Looks like a pretty cool resort. It was highly rated online. So let's get into the review. And inside the resort, when you walk in, you are greeted by a gift shop here on the right. A nice little common area, and this is where you check in. You can get some food, you can sign up for boat tours. This is the Rainbow Room, one of the two restaurants here at the resort. And this is where you have breakfast in the morning, and then also for dinner, and you have to make reservations to eat here for dinner. This is the Driftwood Lounge, the other restaurant here. I'm going to take a peek in here. It's right next to the other lounge. This is probably where I'm going to eat tonight for dinner. The little drink and area where you can get pastries and stuff right here, right by the pool. You can get your Celsius fix if you want one. Now let's go take a look at the pool with the view. Kind of a small pool, but lots of places to sit and just relax. There's a fire pit over there, and the highlight is the view of Lake Powell that we have from the pool, which is awesome. I'm going to check the temperature of the pool. And it is very cold, very cold. And there is walkways around the resort that you can just go for a stroll if you want and enjoy the amazing views. Pretty cool. Nice little table that you can just sit here and chill and look out at the lake. This resort is pretty awesome. And there is a little business center. It's kind of a small business center, but if you need to do work on some computers or print something out, you can do that here at the business center. This is in building 4. And then the fitness center. Let's go in here and take a look. Pretty small as well. Got some free weights, which is always good. Treadmills, some lounge chairs. Great view just to hang out, lounge around. Look at these rocks. Those are absolutely amazing. Now I'm here at the other pool, and there's some games that you can play if you want. Spike ball. I got this little game here where you toss those. Now let's go into the pool area. And this is called the Escalante pool. There's a nice big pool right here. That is the spa because the timer and just right here. But this is a pretty cool area, and you also have a view of the lake as well. Not quite as dramatic of a view as the other pool. Here is the giant boat launch ramp, so long. And these are what the buildings look like on the outside. All right, this is the inside of the resort where the rooms are, and there's several buildings. And here is mine. And the cards, the key cards are really awesome. It kind of feels like wood, but pretty cool. Let's go inside the room, check it out. We got a hairdryer mounted on the wall. We got soap and lotion there. We got a place to hang clothes over here, an ironing board if you want. And then here is the restroom. Little tub. Now we'll go into the main part of the room here. Got a decent sized TV. Place for all your clothes and whatnot. A desk. A chair. And 2 beds. Pretty basic. One thing I love are their outlets right there. They have outlets right here. Awesome. I love having outlets everywhere. And then I have a balcony. So we can go outside and sit on the balcony if you want and have a wonderful view of the parking lot. I was not able to get a room that had a balcony with a view of the lake. I will say one drawback to these rooms is they don't have a microwave. One of my favorite things to do, it's gonna sound kind of silly, is in the evening when I'm all nestled in my room, I like to get a thing of popcorn and pop some popcorn and watch a movie. That's just one of my things I like to do. So there is a place, I did find a microwave. I have to go over to the lobby, and thankfully my room is not super far away from the lobby, but it kind of stinks that there's not a microwave in my room. I'm gonna eat dinner at the Driftwood Lounge. Excited to try this place out. I got the BLTA, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado sandwich with sweet potato fries. That is a good BLT. Very good sweet potato fries. Lake Powell at sunset. Absolutely amazing. There is the resort up there. Amazing evening, first evening here at Lake Powell. I decided to walk down to the lake. There is a little pathway from the resort that you can just walk down. Yeah. Little beach area. The sand looks so nice. Wow. That is very soft sand. I'm going to test the water temperature and see how warm the lake is. Super clear also, and it's actually not that cold. Not that cold. Another view of the resort from the lake. Cocktail. I don't know how close it'll let me get to him. So this, looking into these, the glass, people eating, reminds me of the movie Ghostbusters. When Rick Moranis' character runs up and starts pounding on the window. Hilarious. I found my microwave for my popcorn. It's here in the lobby. It's a beautiful morning here at the Lake Powell Resort, and it's my final morning, well, my only morning before I get on the houseboat. And I actually slept surprisingly well. I normally don't sleep well the first 2 nights, even in a really nice hotel. And I slept pretty well last night, so that was awesome. Now it's time to check out the breakfast scene, get a little bit of food in me, and then get everything packed up and head over to the houseboat. And then I will give my final review of this resort at the end of this video. So a little bit about this restaurant. It's for breakfast. It's just an all you can eat buffet, and it is 20 bucks. And you sit here in the restaurant and have a nice view of the lake, and pretty awesome. Let me give it a try, and I'll let you know how it tastes. I got some eggs and fruit, and hash browns and bacon and croissants and sausage, some fruit dip, and some OJ. Give this bacon a try first. I like my potatoes crispy. These are not crispy. Sausage. It's okay. Scrambled eggs. Not bad. They're a little on the dry side, which is very common though for big buffet style scrambled eggs. And the fruit dip is actually like a yogurt, which is pretty good. And the croissant is decent, not the best croissant. And that is very good OJ. The orange juice is actually the best tasting thing. Okay, so final review of this breakfast. Is it worth 20 bucks? Well, it's all you can eat. So I say the price point is about on par for other places. Taste quality, I would probably rank it like a 6 out of 10. So it's not my favorite. Definitely a lot of improvements that can be made for the breakfast, but it's not bad. If you are on a budget, then I would just go over to the little cafe and get some like pastries and things like that for breakfast, or you can get something from the gift shop if you want to get something. Or you can just drive into town in the main town of Page, and go to one of the restaurants there, or just get something like McDonald's or something like that. Time for some final thoughts about the Lake Powell Resort. I want to start with the room again. The room is great. Not very many complaints about the room. A couple things that I would have liked is a microwave in my room. And also, I would have liked if they asked me at the desk if I wanted a lake view or a kind of a courtyard parking lot view, as opposed to me having to remember to request the lake view, because that would have been nice to be on the balcony and look at the lake. So there you go. The room is great. The pillows were great. The bed was comfortable. So not very many complaints about the room. And then the restaurants were okay. I wouldn't say anything to brag about as far as the restaurants go. The breakfast was just so-so, and then my BLT was fine. And so if you really want options, you can just leave the resort and just drive into town if you need some more options for that. But it's nice to have stuff right there in proximity. Location of the resort, such a great location, right there with the lake behind you and close to the marinas and everything. So it's a very awesome location for a resort. Amenities, they're okay. A couple pools. The pools were not warm at all, and the hot tub was closed when I tried to use it. So that's some like missed opportunities for me anyway, as far as giving this a rating. And I would have liked a few more amenities. Maybe like a sand volleyball court would have been cool. And some more things to do, like maybe some more games that you can do, maybe a game room, things like that, which would raise the value for this resort, in my opinion. So a final score, I think I would give this, I would probably give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5. Again, this is subjective. Things that are important to me may not be important to you, but I hope I shared enough video clips of the resort to give you an idea of what it's like, and you can make your own decision. Until next time, happy traveling, happy adventuring, everyone. Make sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel. It'll really help me out. Take care.